So, so I've had a reoccurring thought here for a little while. I don't know. I kind of want to just talk it out. I guess say it out loud. Just the idea of phases and changing. I don't know, man. Just the way we change in life. I'm sure there's a scientific answer. There's a provable, repeatable chemical change that happens to make us transitions to the next phase. I'm sure there is. There's usually some kind of I don't want to call it. Well, okay. Science to me can be come off as somewhat arrogant sometimes. Some things are very easily provable. They're repeatable. They're constants. And then other things, I feel like we just give close enough explanations. I feel like weather, changing the weather in general, I think is pretty arrogant of humans to think that we can just change the literal world. I don't know. That might just be me not knowing enough. Could be, whatever. Anyway, I'm sure there's a scientific answer. I'm sure there's a reason you change every couple of years. You know, I don't know, you come awaken to some new part of your life. I'm sure there's a scientific reason that happens. Not so much interested in that part of it, and more in the personal sense. I wonder if it's a change in perspective. If it is a chemical change as you get older, maybe your chemicals just do start to work differently. You know, maybe that's why you start needing different vitamins, is you just need different chemicals for different things. I don't know. I said in my last video I wasn't sure how much of myself I wanted to put out here, and I'm still not. I'll get started with a little history on myself. Going through high school, I was hook, lined, and sinker. I was modernity all the way. I did when I was a little small kid, boy, whatever. I was preppy. You know, I was really good at school. Really got just liked school. I don't know. Grew older and started going to high school, and we started moving around. We moved in 8th grade. We moved back. Then I moved in 9th grade to Myrtle Beach and moved to North Myrtle Beach the second half of 9th grade. 10th grade, I stayed at North Myrtle Beach, and 10th grade was a different year. 10th grade was the first year of high school that I was at a high school, whatever. And I don't know, man. North Myrtle Beach High School was awesome, a really fun place to grow up. I don't know how good or healthy it was, but it was a lot of fun. I loved high school. Peaked in high school, you know, that's what people say. I guess I did. I don't know, man. But anyway, high school was high school. You know, you just go and you fuck off for 8 hours. High school was easy. I don't know. Modernity got me though. I got into drugs, got into girls. My little experience of them. I got into man. I thought I was growing up. It's weird. I've had another thought in my life that, you know, if you grow up too fast, you just miss something. I don't know. You miss a part of some kind of what's the word or a word for it? Some kind of stepping stone or something you're supposed to go through. Maybe we just missed it because we thought we grew up too fast. I don't know. Shit, I thought I was an adult, you know, when I was 15, 16. I was, goddamn. Anyway. Hook, line, and sinkered me. I went through the modernity liberal piece of shit. Like I was, that was it. Started smoking and such. You know, weed and just being a kid, getting high and pills all over the place. You know, it's not. I'm gonna quit digressing every few seconds, I swear. But I think it is really weird how easy drugs were to find when we were younger. I think back a lot, like. Man, I don't know. High school, it might have been just my high school. It could have been that I was in just a weird place. But the couple that I've seen, drugs were very easy. Everything from, coke. Heroin really wasn't. Not when I was little. Heroin wasn't around. Not me. It wasn't in school. Heroin wasn't. But everything else, ecstasy, anything else you can think of. I mean, Molly was just coming around, just a thing. I graduated at 7, so there was a lot of just shit smoked every day. Like it was a normal part of life, very normal. Everybody just kind of did it around you. My dad, he drank when I was younger. He stopped drinking and started smoking, so I started smoking. He started smoking with me. I got expelled in 8th grade. I bought a dime bag, and somebody in gym class ratted on me. So while we were doing gym, whatever we were doing in gym that day, the principal came around. She pulled me out, whatever. Somebody snitched on me. I don't know, whatever. It's 8th grade. I got expelled, and me and my dad rode to the store like a couple days later. He pulls a joint out of his pocket, and I'm like, because my mom had we went through this whole spectacle, man. It was a spectacle. It was good. Anyway, went to a spectacle where I had to pass a drug test. So he pulls the joint out, and I'm like, what is this, some kind of weird test? Am I going to take a hit? My mom's going to come jumping out with a pea cup? That didn't happen. I just smoked a joint with him, so we started smoking. I got expelled because it was my second, hearing or whatever. My first hearing was... me and a little group of dudes at the time, we emailed one of our teachers, Miss Collins. Oh my God, it was such a stupid email. It was like, the subject was like, hey baby, and I think the actual email was like, something, our place, can't wait, something stupid, dude, I don't remember. It was like just a sentence long. Anyway, Miss Collins did not see the joke in it, the humor. It actually came up on she was doing some kind of presentation that day. It was a thing, dude, whatever. That was my first hearing. I didn't get expelled for that one. That was my first hearing. So when I came around to my second hearing, it was essentially no talking. It was, this is your second hearing, dude. What are you going to do? You're expelled. So and it happened halfway through the last 9 weeks of 10th. No, this was 8th grade. This was 8th grade. The last 9 weeks of 8th grade in Florence. And so I had to go to the alternative school in Florence, which was on Dargan Street. I don't know, you don't know Florence, but Florence, Dargan Street is just the Section 8 of Florence. Anyway, the alternative school was one hallway. It was half nursing school, so the nurses were on that side. And the kids was middle school and high school on one side of the hallway. It was literally one hallway. Anyway. I did that for the remainder of the half of the 8th grade 9 weeks, and then my whole first 9 weeks of 9th grade was alternative school. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know, dude. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Phases, like, I don't know. I've been through a lot of phases, man. I have. I don't know. I was sober for like 14 years, and then I turned 15. 14, however old I was when I started smoking. It was 8th grade, whatever that was. So high school, I was I was very sympathetic to drugs. I was very sympathetic to just being a complete lowlife because I thought I was one, Smoking weed and taking Percocets, I'm just as bad as you, I thought, And looking back, man, it's so weird how these thoughts and these, the way it just is, the way it seems like it is, and it's really not. I don't know, man. Anyway, phases. I've been through quite a few of them in my life. I've been through a lot. Addiction, I don't know how much of it paints my permanent, like the rest of my life. Like, I don't know how much damage I have done. I'm sure some, good bit. Luckily, I think I started out fairly, I don't know, man, okay. So I don't think I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it. We change as we grow up. I've changed a lot. I feel like I'm changing now. I'm going through a phase, I guess, or I'm just changing as a person. I'm not sure why. I'm sure exactly what causes, I don't know why. That's what I'm just saying. I'm sure there's a scientific explanation. I don't know if it'd make me feel better or not, but I'm changing. I've never been a person to see signs, to see, the universe talking to me. I've never seen signs. Just never have. My mom, she's a full spiritual Man, she's been on a journey her whole life. It feels whatever, you know. I don't know. I don't want to. Anyway, my dad was pretty religious, and growing up, I just figured I had the right one picked, just in case. That's how I always kind of looked at it. Hell, I thought I outgrew thinking about it at all. And this is kind of where I want to go back to phases. Is I think this is hitting me, affecting me so hard right now. Like I'm seeing so much of it, and it's making me stop and think. And I don't know if it's because I was supposed to have picked up on this earlier and just missed it. Kind of like going through chicken pox. You know, it's easier when you're a kid. I don't know if that's what's happening, or I'm not sure how to even word it. I don't know if I'm realizing something new, if I'm being reminded. I don't know, and it could just be complete coincidences that I'm putting more into than I should. But it feels like a mistake to ignore it right now. So that's why I can put it. It's a lot of little things, man. And religion is a real important part of that, just because, like I said, I've never had to think about it, or I just never have. I brought up the. I don't even know. I don't remember what I said at the beginning of this video, dude. But I have. I had a real time with addiction. I know. A lot of people have, you know, drug stories or whatever, but I had a pretty tough time with addiction. Heroin is a fun drug. It's not a good drug, but heroin is a fun drug. Fentanyl is not. Fentanyl is today's fentanyl. Actual fentanyl is kind of fun. If you can find a patch, if you find some old lady with cancer or some guy with a bird, if you find a patch, or even a sucker, I haven't never had a sucker, but if you find a patch, fentanyl is fun. What's in the street right now is not fun, dude. It is shit. It is hell. It's really bad on you. I don't condemn anybody doing it. I understand it completely, but I hate it for anybody still doing it. Oh my God, I hate that so bad for you, man. I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm on Suboxone now. I've been on it longer than I wanted to be. When I first quit this last time, I thought it'd be like all the other times. I'd quit for a while, I'd get clean, you know, and then fuck it, I'll just go back, you know. Once I got past the stress every morning, and you know, I don't know if you've ever been addicted, you know what I'm talking about. That stress, that peak of that cortisone peak, that fucking feeling you get. Once I was able to get past that, I don't want to go back ever, man. I get any feeling or emotion in this video. I don't want to go back to that. I want to have fun again. You know, I want to still experience shit. I'm not completely over drugs. I'm not completely over anything, but I don't want to go back to that. Fentanyl is not worth that. Never really been a drinker. I smoke cigarettes. I've smoked since I was, I don't know, man, too little. Anyway, drugs. I do wonder how much that does change my perspective. Just literally change my mind makeup. I wonder how much that's done. I don't know. I probably don't want to know if I was to like get a scientific. Like I said, I don't know if scientific answers make me feel better anymore. And that's another talk about phases. Just to touch back on it real quick. You know, when I say I thought I had outgrown thinking about it, for a long time, man, a long time in my addiction, I was able to mute, I guess would be the word, my inner voice, my conscience. It's like, and when I say that, it's hard to even explain because you still talk to yourself, you still hear yourself, but it's selective hearing, I guess, or like it's selective. I don't know how to explain it. You can mute it when you need to. Coming off of that, this last time, when my voice first came back, my conscious, my inner voice, man, I did not like the way it talked to me, dude. I didn't like it. I didn't like me at all. I didn't like, I did not like the inner voice, dude. I didn't want to hear it. Like, I didn't like him at all. Me. I didn't like that inner voice at all, dude. I didn't like how it was just so down and depressing. It was just so cynical. I had just become a complete, just piece of shit, man, when it comes down to it, honestly. Sorry. A really big part of this last change, this phase I'm going through, is now I can hear my inside voice. I can kind of talk to myself again. It's almost kind of like being a kid, man. It's weird. Like, when I was a kid, I used to talk to myself all the time. Like, I literally, like, not in like an imaginary friend way, I guess, but just like, I just talk to myself. I don't know how to explain it, man, but I quit doing that for a long time, a lot longer than I guess I realized I did. Like, I don't remember. I just quit. I don't know when it happened. I just did. Anyway, the voice came back really, really loud, really strong, and I did not like it, dude. I didn't like him. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like anything it was saying. I didn't like anything it was what it was doing. And it wasn't anything like bad. It was just so negative. Like, oh my God, I had just become so negative, dude, on everything. Like, man, everything was futile. Like, I had just become so negative. And I didn't realize it. Like, I just didn't realize I had become that. Like, that's just who I had. I'm gonna say who I'd become, but how I was acting, where I was at the time. Anyway, it's been about 2 years now. Yeah, I've been on Suboxone for a minute. It's been about 2 years now, and it took me a long time, man. A long time to be able to talk to myself again, and to be able to wrestle and acknowledge and work with that inner voice. That took a long time. I don't know if that's a normal thing or not. Took me a while. Took me a long time. I'm still kind of working on it, but like I said, I can at least talk with it. You know, like it's hard to even say. Like, I don't even want to talk about myself in third person. It's weird to even. I don't know how you're supposed to frame or word any of this shit, but I'm okay with myself now. All of a sudden, it's a weird thought, man. I'm still working on how to explain it. I have this is not a video or channel with many answers. This is me and my questions, essentially. I don't know. I'm trying to work this shit out myself. Anyway, yeah, I can kind of live with myself now. I can, and I can hear myself. I can talk to myself. And probably about a year ago, I couldn't, like, when I first quit, I just couldn't. Like, I would just, like, be just really short and quick with myself. Like, I wouldn't have conversations. I wouldn't talk to myself. And it's hard to even, I don't know how to word that, because that's probably not the way I actually wanted to word and come out, but that's what I chose. I'm working on my vocabulary. I wanted to get better. These are the words I got. I'm trying to use them. I know I need to expand it. Anyway, I can talk to myself. I don't want to go back to being stressed out again. So that's not an option. I don't want to do the fentanyl that's available right now. I don't want that. It's just not, dude, it's not worth it. Suboxone I've come off of a few times. I don't know, dude. I don't want to get into that. Logically, I know I'm at the end of that road too. I just haven't made that step yet. I've been scared about it. I've been just putting it off. I know I'm at that crossroad too now. I think that's a big part of, I know that I have to change, and I just haven't done that yet. Anyway, high school and stuff, man, was just easy for me. I felt like I kind of knew where I was in my family. I knew where I was in the world. I always had enough. I was always able just to have something going, you know? Like, I just didn't have time. I didn't have to think about anything. I just didn't. I always had. At the beach, there was always a new group of people there. There was always something happening. There was always a happening. Always. Anyway. First coming off of heroin, this fentanyl this last time, I had this weird thought, and I've never thought about this either until this. This is what made me think about it. But like dimensions and multiple dimensions, and then I wondered if maybe I died on one of my overdoses and my soul somehow got stuck in a different dimension. And I thought this for a while. Actually, I don't think that anymore. I don't know what changed or what happened. I don't feel that way. I do feel like I'm me, for the better or for worse. You know, I am me, and I'm here. I don't feel like I'm somewhere else anymore. I also don't feel, I mean, I'm not content or happy with myself, but accepted it, I guess. Anyway, I don't believe in dimensions as much anymore. They might be, they may be. I am coming back around to religion. That's another crazy freaking thought, man. I thought kind of like Santa Claus, I had outgrown the need or even want for more. You know, like I said, I kind of felt automatic. I chose mine and I chose right, hopefully. I didn't think any farther of it. My dad was religious. Actually, that's probably what sparked at least this last couple weeks, man. I was talking to my little brother about how the idea of success and what we've been chasing our whole life. Because I'll be honest with you, dude, for the last way too long, if it costs more than $50 and it doesn't get me high for the day, dude, that's a hard sell. That is a hard sell. And I don't do drugs except for smoke. I still smoke weed still, but I still feel that way. There are very few things, and I don't know. I know that's going to be a problem. That is a problem. But there are very few things in this world that's worth money to me anymore, man. Material shit, like I wear the same clothes. I just nothing. I don't get up for materials anymore. No. Get a little bit just to keep just enough money to keep my little bullshit afloat, and it's not floating very well, but I'm not sinking either. I'm not underwater right now necessarily. Anyway, yeah, religion, dude. So I was talking about the idea of success and what we've been working towards, and how I don't think that's what I want anymore. And I think for the first time ever, I'm kind of seeing that's just not. I don't want what I thought I wanted. I don't want to be a rock star. I don't want to be, when I say successful, the people making it right now are usually not very cool. And that's neither here nor there. But for a long time, I thought I wanted to be one of the people making it. I just don't. I'm going to leave it at that in this video. I might pick that up again. But right now, I'm leaving that there. Anyway. Opened up my for a completely random. I've never asked my mom. I've never thought about this before, but on a completely random thought, I said, I want to grab a Bible. I want to start reading the Bible a little bit. I've never read it. I've just never have read it. My dad read it. He studied it apparently in his Sunday school growing up. Anyway, he knew the Bible very well. I did not. I still don't really know the Bible very well. I'm still in the very early process of learning it. Anyway, I go to my mom and ask her if she has a Bible I can use, and she says, "Yeah, there's one in my nightstand." I go back there and I find my dad's Bible. Anyway, I opened up his Bible, and he has his ribbon to save the page, Matthew, chapter 6, and then he has these paragraphs circled. He has 19, 21, 33, and 34 on this page. This is the page I just opened it up, his Bible to. He's been dead for 9 years this year. Opened up his Bible to this page. And Matthew 6:19 is, do not lay. I don't know if you guys want to read the Bible or not. It was poignant to the conversation I was having with Matthew. Very poignant. It was Matthew 6:19 is, do not lay up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. Felt really poignant to me at the time. That, and then 34 is, therefore do not be anxious for tomorrow will care for itself. Each day has its own trouble. I don't know, dude, that just hit me. At the time, because I'm sure I don't know if you can tell this yet. I'm sorry, this video is going way too fucking long. I just seen how long I've been talking. I don't even know what I've been saying this whole time. I might not even upload this one. Anyway, decisiveness, decision making is a tough one for me, period. If you saw my last video, you might have an idea. Anyway, dude, I opened that up and saw that, and I just instantly went, oh my God. Did he, did he circle that shit thinking we would be back, that we would see it? Was he studying that? Like, I wish when he died, I was at a better place. I wish I was at a better mental place when he died. I was pretty far gone. I was his caretaker, so I was literally there. But man, I was in a crazy place. Anyway, dude, I did not mean for this video to go on this long. I swear, I will eventually get better at these. Again, thank you for everybody that's subscribed, that's watched. Dude, I actually appreciate you. That's pretty cool. I know this channel is really nothing right now. I'm still trying to decide where I'm gonna go or what I'm even doing here, in life, but also here on YouTube as well, my videos. So, dude, I really appreciate you. Hell, checking it out and clicking on me just to see what it's about. That's really awesome. I hope that we can all just kind of start supporting ourselves a little bit better, personally and communicatively. I hope we can start just be a little bit better than our parents were at some things, because they were really good at some things, but man, they really, really, really dropped the ball on a couple of good things. Anyway, dude, thanks a lot for watching. I mean, I don't know if anybody got anything out of this. Like I said, this isn't really a, I don't have many answers right at the moment. I have a lot of questions, though. I don't know, man. I don't know if making this video was to help anybody, so I'm not gonna say I hope this helps. But, man, I don't know. I hope you can at least connect to some part of it. Like, I feel so lost, but, like, I know where I'm at the same time. I'm just in a really weird place in my life right now. I don't know, and I would like, excuse me, I've never been to therapy or anything. I don't know, maybe work this shit out somehow talking to myself and my phone. It might help. Anyway, I appreciate you checking the video out. I don't know, hopefully these videos start getting better. And I can eventually make something that is enjoyable to watch. I'll get there. We'll get there. I don't know what that means yet, but we'll see. Anyway, I do love you, and I'm actually glad you're still here. We have lost way too many of us. Way too many of us. There's a reason we're here. I don't know what it is. Don't know how to find that reason, but there's a reason we're still here. Stay alive. We're gonna need bodies for the fights that's coming. Stay alive, guys. I do love you.